I will explain a question in Leet code that is part of SQL 50 learning program. This question actually is not difficult, but I don't have any prior experience of using cross joins and joins, and especially in Postgres, we will solve this problem using cross join and join. So let's first look at the description of the task. We have three tables: students, subjects, and examinations. In students table, we have columns student ID and student name, and in subjects, we have column name called subject name. Subjects table doesn't have any primary key, and examinations, we have student ID and subject name. So the examinations table records when a student takes a specific exam. For example, let's say it can have the student ID with 1 took a math class, and again it took the math class, and it will be recorded in the examinations table. And to simulate these tables, I used DB Fiddle platform, and I created tables and I filled them with some dummy data. I created students table, student name. I filled those in for the subject names, and also for examinations. So first, what we will do, we will cross join students table and with subjects table, and we will see all of the combinations of students and subjects. And let's do that. So we choose select students dot student ID from students, and we cross join with subjects, and let's see what it will give us. Okay, and actually let's do it students ID subjects dot subject name. So what we will see here, we are seeing 1 mathematics, 2 mathematics, 3 mathematics, 1 physics, 2 physics, 3 physics. So for student ID, for example, student with the ID 1 can take mathematics, physics, chemistry, and biology, and we will see all of those different possibilities in our cross join table. And I have to charge my laptop. Okay. Yeah. So this is what cross join does with student ID and subject name. But we also want to see, for example, how many times a student with ID 1 took mathematics class, and for example, how many times student with the student ID 2 took a biology class. And we don't see, for example, if a student took, for example, student within ID 1 took a mathematics class 2 times, we can't count that in this table because it only shows a unique combination. So it will only show one mathematics once because of the cross joint subjects. But what we can do, we can actually left join this table because we want to see maybe even though student ID 1 with the subject name mathematics never attended, for example, a student with the ID 1 never attended the mathematics class. But we still want to see that result that this person never attended this uh, subject exam. We want to see it as 0. So that's why we want to uh, see all of these entries in our final output. So what we do, we actually left join this with examinations table. So left join examinations, and let's put alias like E, left join examinations. And according to what we are joining it, we will make sure uh, that student ID matches the student ID examinations table, and also subject name matches the subject name in examinations table. So what we do with examinations E on E dot student ID is students dot student ID, and at the same time we want to see the subject names are the same because we are joining our table based on these two criterias. The first criteria is that the student ID of the in the examinations table is equal to the student ID here, and also the subject name is equal to this. And in that case, if, for example, let's say in the examinations table, as you can see here, student ID 2 took the student ID 1 took the biology class 2 times. And in this case, in our output, we will see that 2 times because yes, we will see that 2 times because when we left join with that table, and if there are multiple matching values, it will create actually a new entry for each of the matching rows. So that's what we want. So students, that's student ID. So E dot subject name is equal to subjects dot subject name. Subjects dot subject name. And let's see what happens here. Oh. E on join examination on syntax error at near E. Student ID, examinations, from the cross join subjects. What is the error here? Error, syntax error at near E. Cross join, so left join examinations. What is the error here? Students at E, that's subject name. I don't understand what is the error here. I will ask ChatGPT. Yes, we need to have and here. And yeah. Yeah, and you see that in this case, we see one biology and one biology two times. Why we're seeing it two times, as I told before, because there are two matching uh, rows. For example, we had two different rows here, one biology and one biology, and this one matched with the this student ID here, and this biology matched with the subject name two times. So of course then we will create two different rows. So we created this different rows in our table. And now what we will do, we will count how many times we, for example, we see this combination one biology, and how many times we see four biology, how many times we see four chemistry. So we want to count that. How we'll do it, we will count e dot. We can either take subject name or student ID. I will go with student ID. Count e dot student ID from students, and of course we have to group by students dot student ID. And before that, I want to show something. Okay, now let's see that. So, as you can see that students number 2 and 3 never attended never attended, for example, student ID 2 never attended biology class, and student ID 3 never attended uh, biology class either. So that's why it's showing null here. Why it's showing null? Because we said left join, so it will show all of the combinations here, this table, student ID and subject name combinations. But there's no matching value in uh, examinations table whose student ID and subject name are the same as these one. That's why it's showing null. And actually, when we try to count this, it will count as 0. So we will see 2 biology 0 because it matched 0 times with examinations table based on the subject name and the student ID. Okay, let's then go back. Count subject ID, subject name, and student ID. Okay. Yeah. Now we see that student ID 1 with subject name biology appeared twice in this table here. Like, I'm not counting this count, simply we chose student ID, subject name, and e dot student ID. So we're counting how many times there was a matching value, and it shows us 2 times, and for this one it's 1 time, and for this one it's for this one it's a 0 time, because there was no matching value in examinations table with cross-joined subjects and students table based on the name and the student ID, based on the subject name and student ID. Yeah. I just wanted to explain this because I think this is an important task, understanding how cross-join and left join works. And I think it improved my SQL knowledge a considerable amount.